Hey everybody, hope you all had a great holiday through Thanksgiving and through Christmas, through Hanukkah, or whatever holidays you celebrate. I want to wish you that. I hope it was truly awesome. Mine were great. I was in Nashville for Thanksgiving, and I was in Arizona for early Christmas, and then Oregon for Christmas itself, and now I'm back home. It was a truly wonderful time with friends and family that I care about and a truly special time. And some new experiences like going to Nashville and stuff like that. One thing that really sticks out in my mind is how great my holidays were with my friends and family and what my family means to me. With this, there's a lot of people that have had terrible Christmases this year or have had terrible holidays because their families have been ripped apart by ice. And I've thought about this a lot, and it weighs in the back of my head. Now, I'm a straight white male, and I'm probably the least at risk for being picked up by ice. But keep in mind the way how ice operates, they can pick up anybody for just about any reason. The culture inside of ice is impunity, and if they get it in their head to mess with you, they can. Just because you're white doesn't mean they can't mess with you and pick you up. Keep in mind with ice, what's going on. Um, I think about my parents, how wonderful they are to me, and how much I love them, how much they love me. I am truly blessed to have that kind of relationship with my parents and the rest of my family, who I'm also very tight with. My family spans several different states, but we all really get along well, and it's truly a blessing. And it's wonderful, and I cherish them. And I think about other families anywhere in the U.S. It could be a big city, small town, anywhere ICE has operated, and to be really clear, ripped families apart. Their immigration status, to me, that doesn't matter. That immigration status doesn't matter. This is about family. This is about humans. This is about us as Americans. In theory, we represent freedom, the freedom to live our lives, the freedom to be protected from government excess, the freedom to live our lives as we want to live as long as we're not hurting anybody else. Obviously, there's various laws from parking tickets to burglary laws, anything you can think of for as a societal compact for us to protect each other. Stick with those, right? But what ICE is doing is going outside of that structure, kidnapping and ripping families apart, citizens and not citizens alike, throwing them in vans, throwing them in warehouses, and throwing them out of the country without due process. Due process is another form of freedom protection. And for all of the talk that politicians and the followers of those politicians have talked about over my entire lifetime about how America is the land of the free, having due process is part of preserving that freedom. You get your day in court if you are picked up by law enforcement to state your case, why you should have an outcome that's fair to you. That's not happening with ICE. You're being picked up and you're being shoved out of the country or just being detained indefinitely. That sounds awful un-American to me. That sounds awful anti-freedom to me. Again, regardless of citizen status, that sounds like very anti-American to me. Going back to that, I think about the relationship with my parents and my friends, and I can only think about if my mom was ripped away from me, or my dad was ripped away from me, or I was ripped away from them. Think about how that feels. And does this sound hippy dippy to talk about emotions? Maybe. I don't care. It matters. We are all emotional, caring human beings who love our parents, love each other, whatever type of relationship you had. And maybe you've had a bad childhood with your parents, or maybe you've had a bad relationship, but you still have friends and family that you love. It's really hard to live in this world if there isn't at least one good relationship or two, whatever form that relationship takes. And if that is ripped away from you, how tragic that is and how much that hurts. And usually that's a lifelong scar. And keep in mind, if somebody's parents are ripped away and sent off to some other country or put in detention, they may never see their parent ever again. or they may never see their kid ever again. With this, ICE is a vehicle of the state. And when I say state, of the nation, of our nation state, of the United States government, right? Ideally, we should be able to trust our law enforcement to protect us as citizens instead of attacking us as citizens and non-citizens alike. We should not live in fear of our government coming to attack us. And unfortunately, that's what's happening with ICE. They are attacking citizens and non-citizens alike. If you say, hey, I'm not part of the people that they're going after, you can be. You certainly can be if you say something they don't like, and the goalposts can be moved for whatever reason at any time. It's inherently anti-American what's going on. If you want to pull a religion to this, Christ, Jesus Christ, and in the Bible, he was doing things that were against an oppressive state. He was helping the poor. He was healing the sick. He was standing up for those that were shut out, like lepers. The story of the Good Samaritan, where nobody would help that person. And ultimately, Jesus was crucified because he went against the state. He went against the government. He went against the predominant religious structure and the predominant state structure. That's why he was crucified. Because he was doing the right thing for the people, but disobeying the rules of the state. And, if you know the Bible at all, he was betrayed by Judas and all those other things. Going back to this, if we want to be a truly free United States, we need to protect those that are that are more vulnerable than us, who are weaker than us. And that can be, just on your day-to-day level. It could be somebody who in your family who's the outcast. It could be somebody, the homeless person down the street. And there's a lot of contentious issues about homelessness and immigrants. I get all that. Nevertheless, start where you can. Start where you can to protect those that you care about. And ideally, from my perspective, being a good American is also thinking about others that you don't know, that you don't, like, in your heart care about because you don't know them yet. But on a meta level, I guess you could say you care about those around you. You care about those in your community. I want people that I don't know to do well, who may have less privilege than I do, less benefits than I do. And when I say privilege, I have a decent job. I have a decent middle-class life. And that's just been through luck. That's been through hard work, so variants of things, but I know it's a gift that I have. And I want everybody else to have that gift as well. Anyway, watch out for others. And it is a scary time right now. I wake up with a pit in my stomach almost every day, and it's been sort of a damper on my holiday. I've had a lot of rage about this. I'm not really showing it in the video. But this is not the America that I grew up in, and it's tragic. It's awful. So again, look out for those that are less fortunate than you. And there should be no law against that whatsoever if you're helping somebody out who's less fortunate. If there is a law, that law is bullshit. Anyway, hope you all have a great holiday. On a more positive note, care about others who are less fortunate than you, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday with the friends and family that you care about. And take care. Bye.